The Convocation address. Dr. Saraswat.
Good morning. I am extremely delighted to deliver the 14th Convocation address at the National Institute of Technology, Kurukshetra. My warm greetings to Shri Rakesh Bakshi, the guest of honor, and what an enthralling talk and speech he gave just now. We are all so much excited and really inspired. Shri Jagdish Khattar, the Chairman Board of Governors, Dr. Satish Kumar, my very old friend and colleague and the Director of NIT Kurukshetra, Dr. Arora, the Chief Coordinator of the 14th Convocation, Dr. Baldev Sethia, the Dean Academics, Dr. Surendra Deswal, the Registrar, the professors, staff and students, special invitees, esteemed parents, members of the media, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, and all my young friends. At the onset, I would like to thank the Board of Governors, the Senate of NIT Kurukshetra, for conferring on me the Doctor of Science honoris causa. I consider this as a great privilege and would like to dedicate this honor to a large number of my colleagues, friends from academia, industry, my team members of last 40 years, and one of them is sitting here right across your director, Dr. Satish Kumar, who have been responsible for bringing self-reliance in the area of missiles and the missile-related technology for our country. Certainly, it's a day of honor for me, and I would like to say thank you for all that. I would like to congratulate all the students of NIT Kurukshetra on their accomplishments of acquiring knowledge, resulting into awards of these degrees. My greetings to the great teachers who worked very hard in shaping the young minds. I also greet all the parents who inspired their children towards studies and provided them the resource and the environment for growth. Whenever nowadays I come to address any convocation, I try to bring only one point among the young people, and that is how to take a leaf from the history into the growth journey of our nation for India's transformation. The science and technologies for India's transformation is something which we will talk in the next 15 minutes. Friends, you are graduating at a time when our nation is surging forward in all fields. Just now you heard from Mr. Rajesh Khattar, Mr. Bakshi. The knowledge that you have gained, the opportunities and options that you have, affords you the freedom to choose your area of interest, the choice many of your previous generations did not have. You are today empowered by the knowledge, now have to fortify it with your personal qualities like honesty, hard work, sincerity, and integrity, and top it all with a sense of pride to serve the nation. I am quite confident that you will have the most rewarding experience in the years to come. Friends, knowledge is the foundation on which India needs to build and grow. Who else could help India if not the young engineers with right qualifications like you? Here I would like to quote Dr. Radhakrishnan, our former President of India, who said, to quote, "A life of joy and happiness is possible on the basis of science and technology. The end product of education should be a free and a creative man." Let's look at the history of this particular domain of our growth. Our country has produced great visionaries and leaders who shaped the destiny of the nation post-independence. The vision of our first Prime Minister, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, gave birth to the modern India through science and technology. He strongly believed that it is only S&T that can bring prosperity in our country and alleviate hunger and poverty. His vision was converted into action by Sri Homi Baba, who pioneered nuclear energy program and created world-class institutions like TIFR, Baba Atomic Research Center, Kkr, and a few others. Alongside, Dr. Vikram Sarabhai laid the foundation for space research and created ISRO, which has blossomed into a competitive world-class organization leading to large number of satellites, journey to moon and Mars, and the latest one where it launched 104 satellites in different orbits in a single launch. Dr. Swaminathan, the father of the Green Revolution, gave self-sufficiency in food production and provided food security to an ever-increasing population. Dr. Kurian, the vanguard of White Revolution, enabled India to be reckoned as the largest producer of milk and dairy products. Dr. Kalam, the proponent of developed India, provided strategic security to our country by developing and producing number of missiles despite missile technology control regimes. Friends, all this could be achieved because the thrust of the nation was in creating an ecosystem for science and technology by setting up world-class institutions like BARC, TIFR, CSIR labs, IIT-CAR, ICMR, DRDO, ISRO, IITs, NITs, and in institutions like yours, IIMs, industrial units for steel, energy, textiles, pharmaceuticals, defense, both in private and public sectors. All this has brought India into the league of developing nations, with its GDP growing at a very healthy 7 to 8%. World is looking at us with hope and willing to invest through FDI in different programs. This is a wondrous opportunity with 450 million young dynamic youth like you, with energy to transform India into a developed nation. Friends, this is a very nice story, but despite such outstanding efforts, the fruits of science and technology did not reach the millions at the bottom of the pyramid of our society. And the result is for all of us to look at. 300 million rural Indians live below poverty line. 833 million people, 2/3 of our population, live in villages. Contribution of agriculture to our GDP is only 14 to 15%. And our farmers are hungry despite food stocks of more than 260 million tons. 42 of our children under 5 are underweight and malnourished. Infant mortality is 44 children out of 1,000. India is facing urbanization at an unprecedented scale. 30 people leave rural India per minute. By 2050, half of Indian population will be urban. 300 million people will still do not get electricity. So friends, as a nation, there are aspirations. And what are those aspirations? And we all have to work towards meeting those aspirations. We the people would like to be the citizens of a united and vibrant democratic country that is self-confident and is strategically, physically and financially secure. We would like the country to be self-sufficient, both qualitatively, quantitatively, in meeting basic human needs of nutrition and health, energy and habitat, education and connectivity habitats that provide us climate-neutral ambience. Thus, it would be a prerequisite. Our farming communities would benefit from climate-resilient, environmentally benign, financially remunerative, and globally competitive agriculture practices. Every citizen, irrespective of his or her place of residence, will get clean drinking water in adequate amounts, enough power 24/7, and facility to communicate with not only fellow citizens, but our brothers in any part of the world. We would like to live in clean country with pride in our natural heritage, lead the world by reconnecting with our ancient wisdoms, carve out a niche for ourselves on the global stage. So what is the way out? If we are to meet all these aspirations, so there is a road to transformation, and that's what we'll discuss. In order to meet all these aspirations, our people, our Honorable Prime Minister said, it is our scientific capabilities that will determine our ability to overcome challenges which lie ahead in areas such as climate change, clean energy, environment, friendly technologies, water management, afford acceptance. There is a very famous futurologist, and all of us who are practicing today, he has given a report which showed that there are 9 disruptive technologies that provide to revolutionize the world as we know it. They are big data, automation and artificial intelligence, Internet of Things, micro electromechanical systems, nanomaterials, biotechnology, terahertz imaging, advanced energy systems, 3D printing, and so on. He predicts that big data will grow at a rate of 40% per year and about 100.2 gigabytes by 2020. Will be a 50 billion industry by 2017. Big data would create new value propositions for business, cloud-connected cars, Facebooks, personalized marketing, smart factories, and smart energy response system. Automation and AI are starting to get introduced in consumer goods, and this is already $205 billion industry. He believes that by 2020, there will be a network of 50 billion connected objects, and this would contribute a whopping about $2 trillion. Biotechnology has advanced to such a point that crops are able to be developed that are drought resistant and have better vitamin content and salinity tolerance. This technology will make highest impact on the second green revolution to get rid of the problem of hunger in the world. The market already exceeds $80 billion per year. Terahertz imaging extends sensory capabilities by moving beyond the realm of human body. Communication in this frequency range will provide very high bandwidth for transmission of gigabytes per second data. Advanced energy storage system. Generation is a need of our for our expanding population. Besides newer battery technology, green energy production systems, cold fusion power may become a reality. 3D printing is making tremendous strides and contributing to smart and advanced manufacturing of products using different materials, polymers, metals, ceramics, tissues, etc. at low cost and without wastage of material. It is already a $20 billion market and growing at a CAGR of almost about 35%. So, how do we make use of this? For this, India has launched major programs to take advantage of these disruptive technologies and bring millions of its people out of extreme poverty. These technologies can help raise productivity, improve efficiency across major sectors of the economy, and radically alter how services as education and healthcare are delivered. The programs are Digital India, Smart Cities, Swachh Bharat, Make in India, energy security, food security, skill development, e-mobility, environment and climate change. Friends, these technology thus would make a great impact on our GDP, which will account for about 45% of GDP and more than 60% employment in different sectors like financial services, education services, healthcare, agriculture, energy, infrastructure, and so on. So what is the way forward if we have to do that? If we have to really make economic impact through S&T and improve our position in the Global Innovation Index, which is at the moment 76 out of the 143, not very good, we have to alter our S&T innovation ecosystem. This would require global leadership in science, engineering, technology, manufacturing, and innovation. Excellence is needed in basic research, particularly directed basic research. Excellence is required in applied research, including pre-competitive applied research, particularly in critical technologies. We need excellence in R&D, technology development and innovation. I see a lot of innovation in service sector. However, wealth can be created only if we excel in engineering innovation. This should be our area of focus. For this, we should develop high quality design and manufacturing skills. Design thinking is an essential step to innovation. Among the creativity techniques identified for innovation to create value, design thinking is at the core of effective design development and organizational change. This is absolutely essential for a country because as a nation, design capability is our biggest weakness. Design thinking is characterized by finding simplicity in complexity, concentrate on beauty as well as functionality, improving the quality of experience, creating elegant solutions, and so on. Another area is sustainability, which is an important element of innovation ecosystem. Our focus should shift to minimizing use of energy, material, and wastage. use green energy and sustainable manufacturing processes. We should shift to circularizing the economy through repair, reuse, reduce, remanufacture, recycle, and so on. To ensure sustainability, the concept of innovating to zero is emerging, which will use disruptive technologies to provide zero emissions, zero defects, zero deaths, zero accidents, zero crime rates, and zero breaches of security. Synchronizing the efforts of academia, national laboratories, and industries will be the most essential in the ecosystem. Only when this symphony is played, nation will sing the songs of growth and happiness, and this world will recognize us as a great nation. Innovation ecosystem should be supported by government 100% during the phase of basic research and translational research. However, startups, incubators, accelerators, angel investors should start funding during translational phase and set up companies when the innovation process has crossed what we call as the valley of death. Every academic institution, national lab, should have a value creation center to support this transfer of innovation from cradle to market. To conclude, I would like to ask you, and this is the question Dr. Kalam used to ask all the graduating students. I am repeating this on his behalf, who is still with us in the spirit. You have to evolve yourself and shape your life. You should write it on a page. That page may be very important page in the book of human history. And you will be remembered for creating that one page in the history of the nation. Whether that page is the page of invention, the page of innovation, or the page of discovery, or the page of creating change, or a page of removing the poverty, or the page of fighting injustice, or planning and executing missions of networking, say, rivers. Will you be remembered for creating smart villages by providing urban amenities in the rural areas? Will you be remembered for creating second green revolution? Will you be remembered for modernizing SMEs through the application of ICT? Will you be remembered for discovering or inventing a new phenomenon in basic sciences? Will you be remembered for developing most efficient energy production and storage system? Will you be remembered for action-oriented clean home, clean environment, clean state, and clean nation? Will you be remembered for evolving smart waterways? My dear friends, you may choose any of these dreams, but success in any of them is like an iceberg. People see only the tip of the iceberg, but hidden underneath in water are the building blocks of the success via hard work, habits, sacrifice, massive action, capacity to take failures, persistence, goals, focus, and capacity to take risk. Success remains elusive unless we learn how to climb the ladder of these building blocks. I am confident that the knowledge which you have gained in this prestigious institution will help you to emerge like an iceberg, a winner all the way. Dear friends, belief is one of the most powerful tools behind the success of any person, may it be personal or professional. I cannot resist myself to quote Swami Vivekananda. He said, all power is within you. You can do anything and everything. Believe in that. Do not believe that you are weak. Do not believe that you are half crazy lunatics, as most of us do nowadays. Stand up and express the divinity within you. He also said, friends, the life is short. The variety in the world is transient. They alone live who live for others. The rest are more dead than alive. So friends, let us all live for the growth of our nation and the welfare of our countrymen. Once again, let me congratulate all the graduating students of NIT, Kurukshetra. My greetings and best wishes to all of you for the success in your missions. May God bless you. Jai Hind.
Thank you so very much, sir, for setting the agenda for the young graduating students.